Howdy doody, everybody. Jason Lawrence here. I wanted to talk a little bit about a question that I've received a few times in my new home building Q&A group. And that question is, should I use a real estate agent when I'm going to be building a house? And my answer for that, real simple, is yes and no. Don't you love that? Well, I'll tell you why it's yes and why it's no. So it can be either way. It kind of depends on you as a person, as a couple. It depends on your market. It depends on if there's a shady builder that's somehow in your sphere that you may be talking to. There's a lot of different factors that go into it. So I'm a real estate agent and broker as well as home builder. So I'm always conflicted on this. I personally will tell people if they're going to come in and we're going to be initially meeting, if I know they're going to be working with me, I can honestly tell people, no, you don't need a realtor, because there's no benefit. There's no added benefit that a realtor is going to give you. There's no additional information that you're going to get from a realtor that you're not going to get from me when it comes to home building. I've been in this industry forever. I know the whole process of it. I can guide you through the entire process. I'm honest. I'm not somebody that is looking for the quick buck. I'm a long-term, let's do things right so that you're happy down the road. Now, not everybody's like that. If somebody's not like that, then it may be better to use a realtor. If you know nothing about home building, let's just say that you've bought your first house, it was an existing house, maybe even your second house, you moved, you use a realtor for that, but now you're thinking about building. You don't know anything about building because you've never built before. So one of the most important things would be do some research, because if you do enough research on your own, you may not need a realtor. If you're going to use a realtor, do a lot of research on who in your market has actually had experience with new construction. A lot of realtors have not. A lot of realtors they're going to make that introduction to the builder, and that's about as far as things are going to go. They're not going to be there to guide you through the entire process. And if you're at the beginning point and you're wondering, should I use a realtor or not? The reason you're asking, should I be using a realtor, is because you want somebody that is gonna basically be in your corner, somebody that is gonna, help you and guide you throughout the entire process. So if you are gonna choose a realtor to work with, then you're gonna need to do some research and make sure that it's somebody that's gonna be with you through the whole process, somebody that has experience with new construction. There are some realtors, and okay, I'm saying realtor right now because I'm really trying to say that. Eventually I'm going to start saying realtor. I know that's not the right way to say it, but that's how I say it, so you don't have to comment about that if I say it. So if you're choosing a realtor and they've got a lot of experience with new construction and you feel comfortable with them, they can definitely be an added benefit. They can bring you around to different builders. They can be at those meetings with you, and they know what to listen for, what to ask for. They may get a sense as to whether or not this is going to be the right fit for you or not. So there's a lot of different things that go into play with it. I'm working with a couple right now, and they're working with a realtor. Their realtor contacted me initially and made the introduction. She actually helped them find the property. She gave me a ton of background on the property. She's been at all of the meetings that we've had so far. We haven't had a lot of meetings because they're a little bit, they live probably an hour or so away. But the communication has been great with her, and she knows she's been through the new construction building process many times before. So she kind of specializes in that. So in that case, I would say if you're somebody that has never built a house before, you have no idea what you're doing, if you could find somebody like her, that would be great because she can guide you through the process. But you're gonna have to do some research to find somebody like her. And in all honesty, they are far and few between. There are not a lot of realtors that just, or primarily specialize in new construction, but there definitely are some. If you can't find a realtor that you want to use, or you don't think that you need one because, you're going out, you're going to open houses, you are getting information from each of the builders, you're talking to, most importantly, they're picking a builder that is just maybe not giving it all to them up front, maybe not being square with them. I think one of the biggest issues people have when it comes to building a home is not that they ended up choosing the wrong layout, or I wish I would have picked this finish, or if I would have went with this other builder, the quality would have been a little bit bigger, and that's definitely an important thing. But I think that the biggest issue people have with builders is not getting all of the information. And, they end up building a house and then come to find out they were given one price in the beginning, and now that the home is done, they've been hit with this huge bill. Well, these are all the differences that you made, these are all the extras that you chose, and this went over budget, that went over budget. They're hit with this huge bill. Or in the very initial stages, they're given a price from somebody in order to move forward is $100,000 more than the initial price that they were given. And a lot of that is just because, the builder should be giving you all of the information, and the builder should be the one holding your hand and in charge of things. But a lot of times they're not. And if it's just a general contractor, and I've done other videos about this before, contractor is basically going to have you give him all of the information, and then he's just going to make everything happen. He's not going to be the one making sure that you're accounting for everything in the house, and you've got the proper flooring allowance in there. And that's really what the builder should be doing. You shouldn't be trying to sell a house just because I want to make the sale. I don't want to get the price up too high because they might walk away. So I know for a fact that they're probably going to spend $3,000 more on flooring, but we'll just, they can deal with that when they get to it. Those are some of the biggest frustrations that people have when they're building, is not getting what the exact price is going to be up front. Sometimes it's impossible to do that. There's site improvements that come up, there's changes that are made, but for the most part, if you as a client are going to go out and you're going to choose all of your selections, and you have your blueprint finalized, and the proper site investigation work has been done, you should be able to have a pretty much exact on price. So that would be somewhere where an experienced realtor that is experienced with new construction may know to look for. So if you're sitting down with a meeting with the builder and they tell you it's going to be $350,000 to build this house, the realtor can say, well, is that accounting for this? Do they have enough flooring allowance in there? Has somebody been out to investigate the lot? Do we know that all of our sewer and water hookups, gas and electric hookups are on par with the number that they should be at? And it is good. When you're out there in the investigation process, you do want to get somewhat of an understanding on what it costs to build. So you do want to get an estimate on what it's going to be, but at the same time, you want it to be close. I'll usually give a ballpark estimate if it's not a house that we've built before, and I will try to make sure I'm accounting for everything so that I'm close. And then once we get our full set of blueprints drafted and the client has gone out and done their selections, then we've got the exact number to move forward with. So that's why it's a yes and a no for using a realtor when it comes to new construction homes, because if you're not dealing with somebody like me, then it may be a good thing to have a second set of eyes looking over everything. But if you are going to be dealing with somebody like me, it's really not necessary to have a realtor involved. So I would say, the main thing would be you as a client. Either way, you're going to have to do some research. You're going to have to research and find a realtor who has experience with new construction home building, or you're going to have to, and at the same time, start researching builders and talk to people that are currently building with the builder. So you can drive by a house that's under new construction, and a lot of times there'll be a building permit that is posted out there. There'll be a last name of somebody that's building on there. Or you could probably ask a neighbor in the neighborhood. There are ways for you to find out and get a phone number or talk to, or just drive by the house a couple of times and maybe you'll catch the homeowner there. But talk to people that are having their homes built right now with the builder, and they're going to tell you how things have gone. They're going to say, well, we got our building contract for $350,000, but now we're already closer to $400,000. We had no idea. Talk to people that have built and now their home's finished, because they are the ones that now they've settled everything up with the builder. So they'll say, we got the building contract for $350,000, and then when we moved in, after we went through everything and added up, it was $450,000. So, or they're going to tell you, yeah, the builder was just unresponsive. We could never get a hold of them. These were all the issues that we've had. We have unfinished warranty issues, this, that, and the other. It was a horrible experience. You're going to find those things out directly from the builder. Reading, or directly from the clients who have built homes. Reading reviews on builders' websites are, in my opinion, useless, because they're picking who they want to come onto the site. You can check Google reviews as well. There are ways to investigate builders, but if you're somebody that has never built before and don't know anything about it, you want to choose what I call a full service builder, like ourselves. So we're a custom home builder. We help you through every step of the process, finding the lot, putting your plan together. Here's all the people that we use for selections. We have individuals that you can meet with. We do everything. And then there are builders that really don't do anything. They want you to already have a plan. You go do your own selections. If you're just building and don't know anything about building, I would really, really recommend that you don't go that route, because you'll be in for a rude awakening. All right, I think that's all I wanted to spat about this morning. So if you have any questions regarding what we just talked about, let me know. If you've got anybody that you know that is going to be or thinking about building, share this video with them. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Thanks for your time. Take care.